Thank you very much. My question is to the Premier. Speaker, 3 weeks ago, a journalist asked the Science Table's Dr. Peter Juni if the Science Table advised the Premier to close outdoor recreational activities like tennis and golf courses. Dr. Juni said, and I quote, "No, of course not, the opposite." Ontario's Science Table has been clear, allowing the safe outdoor recreational activity is smart. And by shutting these things down, the Premier and Cabinet are not getting to the root cause of the pandemic, which is indoor spread. Restrictions on the outdoors disproportionately affect and harm children and people who don't have access to their own green space. So my question is to the government and to the Premier. Who advised Cabinet to close outdoor recreation facilities in the first place, and what evidence was used to make that decision?
Premier.
You, Mr. Speaker, you know, I have a great deal of respect for the health table and the science table. We did receive a couple messages there to limit mobility. So we wanted to limit mobility. And when I asked Dr. Brown from the science table, he has a little chart, yes, no, what you can do, what you can't do. And when it was outdoor playgrounds, I just saw it last week, and we'll send a copy over to the Leader of the Opposition. It had a big no to it. Yes, to open it up if everyone wore masks. Mr. Speaker, how many people, when you drive by those playgrounds, do you see wearing a mask? You don't see anyone wearing a mask. So there was a little bit of a message. Limit mobility, make sure everyone stays at home, but in other cases, if they go out, everyone has to wear a mask. I understand that. The good news is, Mr. Speaker, the good news is numbers are leveling off. So the protocol and the guidelines are working. And, Mr. Speaker, I listen to everyone, but I listen to Dr. Williams. He's the Chief Medical Officer, and he believes that people need to limit mobility. They need to stay home.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Speaker, on Monday, the Toronto Board of Health unanimously voted to ask the government to walk back the closures of outdoor amenities. Closing these facilities was not based on science or health. Dr. Davila put it nicely, saying there's a real opportunity to use the outdoors and use the warm weather as allies to help us support people in enjoying better physical health and enjoying better mental health, and at the same time doing it in a way that reduces the spread of COVID-19. Speaker, there's overwhelming evidence and support for safe outdoor activities. Instead of cabinet ministers debating the question to golf or not to golf, please take this question off the table and focus on opening schools and creating safer workplaces. Work with our science table to lift the restrictions on outdoor recreation with clear communication guidelines. This is possible. Will the government commit to this action today? You actually can do something right here, right now, during this pandemic.
Premier.
Speaker, I appreciate the question. But I always go down to root cause. Root cause. Why are we in this situation, Mr. Speaker? We're in this situation because...
Take your seat. Opposition, come to order. Premier, please reply.
The variants, we know 90% of all cases flew into this country, came across the border in this country. And one third, as a report came out, 1/3 of the people that are supposed to be staying in a quarantine hotel don't even bother staying in there. We have thousands of people that come through Pearson, 150,000 in the last 2 weeks, crossing the borders into Canada with two separate rules. Two separate rules. There's thousands of people coming here with the variants, and it's being spread right across the province. We need the federal government to have tougher restrictions at the land borders, tougher restrictions at Pearson, tougher restrictions flying in from across the country.
Thank you. Thank you.